I want to make the position of the government and this minister very clear. Jamaica should never be put in a position again where a utility license granted seemingly protects the provider more than the customers.
And I have to warn the JPSCO, because the minister did not allude to the fact that some time ago I passed a Jamaica consumer protection law that gave the consumers rights. And
bless up my people, welcome back to the channel. So we're seeing a big clash now between the mayor of Spanish Town and the Minister of Local Government, Desmond Mckenzie. And the mayor of Spanish Town, Norman Scott, is basically accusing the local government ministry of not providing adequate resources to help councillors meet the needs of constituents in the aftermath of Hurricane Beryl. He says this has left councillors unable to provide a coordinated response in their divisions, and that the lack of support from the central ministry has led to disjointed response at the divisional level, and most of the support so far has been directed to the members of parliament. But at that, the Prime Minister did basically saying that the monies will be allocated to the members of parliament. And so I thought now that the money that was sent or given to the members of parliament would have even trickled down to the councillors for each particular division. But this is the second People's National Party councillor basically coming out to saying something like this. So we don't really know what is going on as it pertains to the monies from the MP to disperse to the people who are suffering. But take a listen to what Norman Scott had to say.
It has become painfully clear that the local government ministry has failed to provide adequate support to councillors, hindering their ability to effectively serve their communities. And despite the dire need for resources to include building material as well as care packages, councillors who are among the first responders have been left to navigate the disaster response effort without sufficient backing from the Ministry of Local Government. We note that emphasis has been placed on giving support to members of parliaments who admittedly also have a responsibility to their communities. It is the councillors, however, who residents find more easily accessible and to whom they readily look for support at this time. The ministry and the minister, having met with the mayors, has yet to provide a detailed plan of action as well as the necessary resources to effectively address the urgent need across communities.
Right after Councillor Scott come out and said that my people, the Minister of Local Government, Desmond Mckenzie, coming out saying that the allegation by Scott is not true. Mckenzie says the government is undertaking a national relief effort in a strategic way in order to minimize the duplication of functions. And we heard the Prime Minister speak of this since last week in the House of Representatives, that them now want a double dipping, so to speak. They're making a program in which the people can basically collect one time, right? But how long will that program take? That's what we want to know, because the people on the ground, especially in the hardest hit parishes, are still crying for electricity, still crying for food, still crying for water. Mckenzie also stated that he is disappointed but not surprised at the comments from Mayor Scott.
It's rather unfortunate that the mayor could make such an unfortunate statement at a time like this. There is no need to play politics in regards to the distribution of relief supplies. In his own admission, I met with the mayors and we have agreed on a direction to take. But it is clear that there's hardly anything that the opposition can criticize the government about as it relates to our handling of the matter of the hurricane. So I'm not surprised. I am disappointed, and I will say to the mayor, the Ministry of Local Government is not the only source of funding for the local authorities. They were instructed to use their own source revenues to provide relief assistance, and that is a poor and unfortunate excuse coming from the mayor.
So having heard both men, my people, my question is, what other source of funding does the council them have at their hands to use in the burial recovery process, my people? You know what I think? None of the MPs should have gotten any money at all. The money them should have been given out to some agencies in each parishes for the MPs them to go and assess the damages, and then the councillors as well, and then they go and get whatever resources from them, from the agencies. No MP, especially now that we know that there are illicit 8 sitting there in the parliament making laws, governing the land, and them come now and get money. Not many of them are giving out the resources as should. And one such MP me see will rotate the thing so far with both People's National Party councillor and Jamaica Labour Party councillor. The recovery process should not be politicized, right? No time at all. Jamaicans are affected, whether Jamaica Labour Party or People's National Party supporter. Jamaicans are affected. So, wanna make me know if you don't agree with what Mckenzie is saying, my people, or what Scott has said. Wanna drop that in the comment section and make me hear what I say. In this segment now, my people, big showdown in the House of Parliament yesterday with the Energy Minister Daryl Vaz and the opposition spokesperson on energy, Philip Paulwell. And Vaz says the country must never again be put in a position where a license granted to a utility company places the Jamaican people at a disadvantage. And my people, he was basically speaking on the whole estimated bill that the JPS said that they would have generated because they didn't have access to, meters following the damages of Hurricane Beryl.
I want to make the position of the government and this minister very clear. Jamaica should never be put in a position again where a utility license granted seemingly protects the provider more than the customers.
Him even go as far as saying that the license that JPS currently has was signed by the former energy minister in the Simpson-Miller administration, Philip Paulwell.
That is why I'm still at a loss to understand how they could do something like that, even with the legal side on their, the legal aspect of it on their side. This is not a matter of legality, this is a matter of morality. Madam Speaker, I don't know who took that decision, but I think that somebody must be held accountable for a decision like that in a time like this.
And my people, Philip Paulwell, stand up back and make him know, say, look here, boss. The license that gives that authority to JPS was a replica of one signed by a previous Jamaica Labour Party government. And some people, even if it were signed under the People's National Party government at one point, 8 years you have as a Minister of Energy, could have changed up that with the O.U.R, And so on wait until something happens. So why are some of these ministers reactive instead of proactive? You had 8 years to change back that and reverse the thing, and you didn't do that. But you're coming now to play a blame game, when in truth and in fact, it was signed under a previous Jamaica Labour Party government. Right? We also know that JPS has already started issuing out the estimated bills, my people, because I've gotten a few text messages from persons saying that them start to get the estimated bills. And so all me want to know what the government plan to do to help ease the burden of the Jamaican people who are currently suffering right now without water, without food, without light in many sections of Jamaica. We see the opposition spokesman Philip Paulwell close off by accusing the JPS of failing to properly plan for Hurricane Beryl, and that is very evident for people. Him even go as far as to let Vaz know, or to remind Vaz, that it was under his portfolio as Minister of Energy that he signed for the Jamaica Public Service customers to be able to sue JPS if they are giving back electricity and it goes below a certain voltage and damage any appliance or so in their house.
And it was clear to me that there really wasn't a lot of pre-planning that took place in anticipation of what the world was describing as a very active hurricane season, and we have seen it. So there are still early days in the hurricane season. So while JPSCO has to focus its attention on immediate restoration, it must at the same time prepare itself for the rest of the season. As they restore electricity, people are getting fluctuation in voltage. And I have to warn the JPSCO, because the minister did not allude to the fact that some time ago I passed a Jamaica consumer protection law that gave the consumers rights. And if their refrigeration, if their equipment are damaged during low voltage, they can go to court and sue JPSCO and recover significant damages. So I'm warning JPSCO to be careful as you go about this period of restoration.
Anyhow, my people, the comment section open for now. Say, chat up to me in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Run over to my other platform, Facebook and TikTok. Follow me over there at Anisabel Rose. Check out the YouTube store, make a purchase. It goes in support of the channel. Check out the YouTube membership. You get a lot of benefits by becoming a member. Returning subscribers, big up on yourself. New subscribers, thanks for the support. Welcome on board. New viewers, come on board, journey with me, join the family. Subscribe to the channel, like up the videos, share out the videos. Support the ABR movement by playing your part. On the road to 20k, as y'all come on the videos, please to like and share them out. Get this video to at least 3,000 likes. Stay tuned for more videos, stay tuned for more updates. Big up on yourself.